What's up, guys? We're back here today. As you can see, I got a box here, and it's from Bowfishing Extreme, and we're gonna do a little unboxing today. We got some new bowfishing arrows and tips in there. Also, I got some more tips that I've picked up from local stores around here, and we're gonna build some arrows later. So stay tuned for that. But we're gonna get on with this unboxing. Spyderco. Paper. Invoice from Bowfishing Extreme. I like this place. Pretty cool. Pretty cool place. They even handwritten thank you on it from him. That's pretty cool. It actually included knocks too, which I got some knocks. Anyway, I just grabbed it out of the bow box. Let's see what else we got in here. Two more Muzzy Gar points. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 points in total. I got just a AMS Chaos tip laying around that I'm gonna throw on there. Got those on clearance somewhere. I don't remember. But here's the arrows right here. These are pretty nice. I got some pink red ones, the blue, and just your regular old white full length arrows. Pretty nice too. Looks like good holes drilled too. I like that. I tied it at the back anyway. I don't really like slides for the reason of getting fish off easy when you shoot through them. And if you do it right with the Muzzy reel I shoot, I always reel up the arrow where I have to let the line out to put it on the string. And if you don't hit the button, which mine doesn't have the button, it's the Muzzy XD Pro with the switch. You can't, if you're doing it right and if you have common sense, you can't draw back the arrow without the arrow falling off the bow. So with me, which I can say that it won't, like it might happen. It just things happen like that. But I've never had. You just can't draw back the arrow without it falling off the string. But knock on wood that I haven't had any arrows bounce back or anything like that, which I haven't ever shot an arrow without hitting the button. But these arrows are pretty nice. I'm running low on arrows. I only have like 2 left, which I do a lot of fishing off the shore. But these are pretty nice arrows. 6 of them. These at Bowfishing Extreme, these are the blue are $3.95 each, and the white are a little cheaper at $2.85 each, and the pink are also $3.95, and that's a pretty good deal for the bare shafts. And they got fixed shipping, I'm pretty sure, and on the box it says 2-day priority, and I ordered on Friday, so they didn't ship Sunday. So I got it in 3 days. So I'm pretty sure it would have got here in 2 days if I would have ordered it during the week. But stay tuned. We're gonna get these glued up and build these arrows. All right, guys. Before we get these arrows built, I'm gonna talk to you about this. This is my RPM Nitro that I shoot with the Muzzy XD Pro I was talking about. Stay tuned on the channel. I'm gonna do a review on this. I've had it for about almost a year now. I shot quite a few fish with it, but I think I can do a review on it now. So stay tuned for that video. Just it's custom painted by me with spray paint, and then later on I'll probably get a review out for this. It's a BA bowstrings. They're out of Oklahoma here, and I haven't got to shoot any fish with this one yet, but I will be sure to get that to you, because right now this looks like a pretty nice string for the money, and I'm liking it, and it shoots great. It's super quiet too, so stay tuned for that, and we'll get a review on the reel, the RPM Nitro, the string, the rest, like anything you guys that you see on the channel you want me to do a review of or an opinion on, just let me know. So we're gonna get to building those arrows now. Oh yeah, guys, these are some fish I've killed with the RPM. That was just one day, like 40 minutes walking on the bank, and I think I got 8 fish, some commons. So we'll get that review out on that bow. Those are some of the first fish I killed with it. So we'll get that review out pretty soon. Alright guys, we're going to be building these arrows now. Today we're going to be building an arrow like this. This is just a standard Muzzy carp tip on this one. I pin my heads. Even though the glue's on there, I've seen a bunch of people's heads pull off. I've had one pull off too, and that's when I started pinning them. It's just a brass nail like you see here, or just this metal's real soft, so I can just drill through with the drill. That's why we have it, and then pin it over, which we'll do out there. And I like to use the Gorilla epoxy. Hopefully this stuff's still good. It's pretty new, but you just take a tin foil right here, make a little thing for it. Make sure you got a paper towel laid out, because you don't want to get the epoxy on the tables and everything. You'll ruin somebody's day. They'll be mad at you. And then they sent Knox with the arrows, and I'm just going to use those. I don't know which ones I'm going to put on which yet, but we're going to get this started. Alright, getting this arrow out of the way. They just come with a rubber band around them like any arrow. Benefits to building your own arrows. That's why I like to build them. Plus, I just like having something to do. You can build arrows during the off season or when it's real cold outside. It's warmed up a little here in Oklahoma, and it's about time to start shooting fish. But when it's in wintertime, you can build arrows, or whenever. But most arrows, a standard Muzzy arrow, just your white Muzzy fiberglass arrow with usually these gar tips on them, like I use, or they usually have the carp ones like that one. They'll run you about, it depends if you get the bare, the tie-on back classic shaft like these, or if you get the slide shaft, it's gonna run you, I've seen them for about $17 to up to some people over $20 are charging for them. But what I got here, I've got these off. I got a couple from local stores on clearance. They're just getting rid of them, like this AMS Chaos Point. It's real similar to the, you can see the similarities in the shape and the design to the Muzzy Point. But I've just always shot Muzzy Points and stuff like that. I don't really tournament fish or shoot real big fish. And if I do, I'm planning on building the arrow with maybe something that'll hold bigger fish. But back to why I'm building my arrows. These are, I think, $7.50 on Bowfishing Extreme. And then the arrows, like the white ones, these were like it's back in the video, it's $2 and something for this. And you can find them cheaper other places. But that's $2 something for the arrow, then another $7.50. So that's $9.50, maybe $10 at the most you're paying for. Well, at the least, maybe. You can find stuff even cheaper than that. Like getting these things on clearance, like this AMS tip. I got it for like $5, and these go for like I think they sell them for $11 or $12. But you're already saving quite a bit of money building the arrow. Now, when you get into shipping, you might get into stuff there, but that's why I ordered more than one shaft, because the fixed shipping was right around $8 something. So for all these tips and the arrows, which I only ordered 2 tips with these arrows, and that was still the same amount of shipping as if I would have bought 1 arrow and 1 tip. So buying more when you're doing that, you're saving a lot of money. I mean, if you have to, if you're shooting a tournament or something and you need arrows, you can buy them at stores, but I just think it's a waste of money for paying $16 to $20 for an arrow. And even some of those arrows, they might last longer, they might not. I mean, you never know, your line could break. You could, a fish could take off with it and you lose that arrow. And some of those arrows, like I'm not saying they're bad arrows, but the Easton Full Metal Jacket bow fishing arrows, they're about almost $40 for 1 arrow. And I don't think I want to be shooting into a lake with a $40 piece of equipment. It might get you your biggest fish of your life, but just me, I'll try to do it with these. And for $40, I basically got these arrows and these Muzzy tips and a little more, which these cost for around $50, $50 to $60. I've got everything you really see here and maybe a little more, because if you can find these things on clearance. But we're going to get into building these now, and that's why I like building arrows. I like building all my arrows for hunting, deer hunting and bow fishing, and I just like trying to make something myself instead of going out there and paying for it. I mean, the other stuff might work better, might last longer, but you never know. Some of this stuff can last as long. Like that arrow I've shot a lot of fish with. I have a green arrow in there that I've shot almost 100 fish with. So, and I haven't lost it yet, which, knock on wood, which I think I'm going to retire that arrow. But it's just, I just like doing stuff like that, and I hope you guys like doing stuff like that, and I hope you guys like seeing this, because I like watching build videos of all kinds of stuff, outdoor related, building, even custom fishing rods. Most of my fishing rods that I fish with now, I built them all myself. And it's just something to get into during the winter other than hunting. So we're going to get on to building these arrows now. Alright guys, what we're gonna do is, even though I'm going to pin these arrows with the drill, I got some just green Scotch-Brite here. It's about medium to rough texture. I'm just gonna rough up the tips down here to help that epoxy hold a little better. You can have this or sandpaper or anything like that, but it'll just rough it up a little to help that epoxy grab hold of the arrow a little better. Can't really notice it that much, but it just helps keep it on, because those tips aren't cheap and losing one sucks, especially if you lose one in a fish and the fish gets away. Now on the knock end, we won't really sand those or anything, because as you can tell they're already bare fiberglass, which if it'll focus, it's bare fiberglass and it's pretty rough for the epoxy to hold on to. And it might not look like we're taking off stuff, but you can tell right there we're taking off a little fiberglass sand in there. I like colors. I like wild colors. So I got pink. You can tell this pink's quite a bit different. They say these are pink on the bowfishing extreme. You can tell the difference. They're more of a red, but I really don't care. I like it. Kind of goes red, white, and blue. Which I didn't do on purpose. I thought they were going to be more pink. They look more pink in the picture. But they may have mistakenly put red in, but I don't care. They shoot the same. They shoot the same. Alright, I think that's good there. So I think we start mixing the epoxy. Like I said earlier, I'm just using Gorilla Glue 5-minute clear epoxy. If the camera will focus on it, there we go. You can just get this anywhere really. I got this at Walmart, I'm pretty sure. But we're gonna get this mixed up. I'm just using old bamboo skewer. You can use it anything. Popsicle stick, anything like that. This stuff stinks, I know that. There we go. So you want to get equal parts. It'll come out equal. Oh, there we go. It's been sitting in there for a little while. Man, that stuff stinks. And we're just gonna mix it up for whatever the directions say. "20 seconds. And I would not recommend getting this stuff on you either. Longer, I think they have 10-minute too. It would actually probably be better because this is 5-minute. I got 6 arrows, so with a knock and a. So you might want to set out your stuff a little better than I did. Hopefully this stuff's still good. It's been sitting out there all winter. Pick and choose whatever knocks you want on the end of your arrows before, but just gonna put a little bit inside this knock, like that. Maybe a little more. You can always just wipe excess that squeezes out. But I think this green is gonna go on this white arrow. And when I build them, you want the hole to be straight up and down on your arrow. Straight up and down with the knock. It'll focus. There we go. See how the hole is straight with the shaft. Now we got that on there. We're gonna hold it on there. Make sure it's straight. When you wipe the excess off, it'll kind of fill the gap. I'm just gonna let that go. Now I get a point ready. I think I'll throw this chaos tip on there. Then I'm just gonna do the same thing and fill this with epoxy. You can check the end of your arrows if you want shorter arrows, you can, but I like shooting full-size arrows. Make sure they're square. I checked all these. All the end of the arrows are pretty square, so we're gonna get a pretty decent amount of glue in there. But remember, we're gonna pin these too, so that'll be alright. Now when putting my tip on, I want it up and down this way compared to my knock. You can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but I want it sideways. I want it vertical, the barbs going vertical. Make sure it's lined up. And then I'm gonna set it on the ground with the point touching the ground. So all the weight is gonna be on the point. So gravity's gonna help hold it. Gravity is gonna help hold it. And some glues you can get away with, not all of them, but some of them, you can get away with putting a little less of the, if you can figure out which is the hardener, you put a little less in it, you can have a little more time to work with it. These knocks that they sent with us are, you can get them anywhere too, even on bowfishing extreme, but these are just AAE knocks. When you put your arrows down, make sure they don't fall over, and make sure you're not getting glue all over whatever you're leaning them on. But you want that gravity to help you with pushing the arrow onto the point, and then the knock, gravity is pulling the knock onto the arrow. Because sometimes this stuff will move on you and your point won't be glued all the way onto the arrow. You'll have an air pocket in between something, maybe your knock or something. Make sure to push it all the way down where it's seated. I got this last arrow. I had to make one more thing of epoxy up. That's why I recommend getting 10-minute epoxy or using some instant bond like super glue stuff. But it's they make stuff specifically for bow fishing. They have it on Bow Fishing Extreme, but it doesn't glue hard and crystallize like a super glue does, and it gets soft like epoxy. So impacts from shooting an arrow into rocks, fish, whatever, it can handle them. If something's not fitting right, if something's not gluing right, just pull it off before it sets, because once it does set and it's messed up, it's going to be really hard to fix. Here's the arrows, how I got them stood up, just in the corner of the cabinet, and standing on the points to keep the arrow in the glue. And that's about it. Just let them dry. I mean, that stuff dries in 5 minutes, but 30 minutes is complete dry time. So it's set in 5 and 30 minutes, and you can probably shoot your arrows. But after these are dry, we're going to get to pinning the arrows with the drill and these little brad nails. Alright guys, these arrows are just about fully dry. It's still a little tacky a little bit. It's been about 30 minutes, but I still wouldn't shoot them. They're still a little tacky. I'd probably give them a day, but they're good enough to drill out the holes for the pin. So we're gonna do that. I don't know, this size is, man, I don't know off the top of my head to fit this, but it's the same size hole as the string hole, and then it might be a little bigger than the Muzzy. That's about the same size. So all to do is, you can hold in your hand, which I'm going to do for the camera, but you just set it down on the table or whatever, and just make sure you're going straight through. You can see it. We're through. And that's all you gotta do. When you're through, all you gotta do now is take one of these nails, put it through, and then we'll cut it with the pliers here. And you want to cut it, man, if the camera will focus, you can see barely. You want to leave a little bit there to smash over. That's what it'll look like. Well, this one's dirty. That's what it'll look like. You can see it don't stick out very much, so it doesn't bother anything. Alright guys, we finished our arrows. I like the way they came out. I like the blue and the white. Basically, I didn't intend on it, but the red, white, and blue, I like that. I like how the knocks come out, the colors, especially the chartreuse yellow with the blue. That's pretty cool. Then the white and blue one, I like that one too. Probably not focusing, but I think they come out pretty good. And there's the Muzzy tips, and then that one Chaos AMS tip. Looking forward to shooting a bunch of fish with them. But if you guys like this, leave a like down below, and subscribe, and comment down below if you want to see any more bow fishing stuff. If you want to see the review on the Nitro, I got a PSE Discovery I can do a review on, and building a bow, a cheap bow, just to get starting bow fishing. I can do a video on that too. So if you guys will do me a favor and put in the comments down below also, what's your favorite fish to shoot bow fishing? Personally, mine's a spotted gar or long-nosed gar, and probably buffalo would be my second. They're just a real cool fish. So thank you guys. Again, like and subscribe and comment things you want to see, and hopefully we'll have a lot of bow fishing footage to bring you.